Hey, how's it going, everybody? If you're new here, welcome in. And if you've been here before, welcome back. I'm Rollshambo, the connoisseur and collector of all things sharp and shiny. And today I've got a very special unboxing. This one coming my way from Quiet Carry. That's what that is. Quiet C. Gotta be quiet. Now, this is one that I've wanted to check out for a very long time. Now, I was in the process of removing this shipping label that had my information on it when I realized something very peculiar. I want you to take a look at these edges, take a look at that flap, those edges, that flap. Yeah, there is no shipping tape on this package. That means that this not inexpensive piece from Quiet Carry was shipped all the way from California to Colorado without any tape. I don't know if this was a mistake. I don't know if this box has been opened before. You can usually tell when tape has been ripped off. And yeah, there's no tape on here. So I'm kind of nervous. Let's see. Yeah, nothing holding that together. I'm just going to go ahead and say this, guys. Like, I have a feeling that it's here, but that's not cool. Quiet Carry, if you're watching, not a great first impression. I have never, ever unboxed a Quiet Carry on this channel, but I'm glad that I'm doing that today so you guys can see for yourself. What's in the box seems to be very well packaged. So obviously that's the knife, right? Aside from the knife, we also have a buttload of stickers, which is cool. Because you know I love stickers. I imagine that you've seen more than a few of these. That one of these is a cloth, it looks like, as well. But this is what you're here for. This is what I'm here for, anyways. Yeah, limited lifetime warranty, good card stock. Yes, 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 yes. So after filming the unboxing, I actually shut off the camera and I decided I wanted to carry this knife because I was so disappointed by the fact that there was no tape on there. I knew I had to cool off and cool down, carry it, and feel good about the fact that the most important thing came true, and that is that whether or not there was tape on the box, the knife did arrive in one piece. No harm, no foul. But let me know how you guess this knife arrived with no tape on the box. That is a little bit concerning. Let's hop right into talking about it. We've got titanium handle scales with this blue and white fat carbon inlay. The fat carbon inlay is really cool because, and I don't know if you can see this, but there's actually milling texture lines on it, which I actually think are pretty cool. We're looking at a single-sided captive pivot running on ceramic bearings, ceramic detent ball. Very, very smooth action. The detent is perfect, and I am not by any stretch of the term a fan of thumb stud knives, but in this case, I think that they did a fantastic job. There's always an exception, and this is 100% an exception to my no thumb stud only knives rule. It gives me Chris Reeves Sebenza vibes looking at the shape of the handle scales, but that's about where that similarity ends. We have this absolutely bananas knurling being done. Can we get more knurling on knives, please? Knurling is just so good, especially when it's manufactured to this quality. And speaking of manufacturing, it's manufactured by an unnamed, unlisted Taiwanese manufacturer that Quiet Carry is keeping close to the chest. And I can see why, because quite honestly, this is some of the best fit and finish that I've experienced on a knife that's a production knife, period. We're looking at a clip point blade that is in fact made of CPM MagnaCut. MagnaCut is a very popular steel these days for a very good set of reasons. First being that it has high corrosion resistance, it has decent edge retention, and decent toughness. And if you know anything about knife steels, you know that getting that balance where you're not really sacrificing much is extremely difficult, which makes MagnaCut kind of a unicorn of knife steels if it's heat treated correctly. And on that note, I will say that Quiet Carry did not list what the HRC is on this MagnaCut, so we can only hope that with all of the attention to detail and quality manufacturing that went into this, that the MagnaCut was properly heat treated. And I'm going to leave it at that. We have a flat ground blade, and we do have a nice little sharpening choil right there, which is going to take that edge termination away from the plunge grind, so you don't have to worry about putting a smile on your steel. It is definitely sharp. I would say that you could put a better edge on there. It's not something that you need to do right away, but when it dulls, go ahead and put a better edge on there, because the factory edge, while it is decent, is not necessarily the best that I've run into, unlike what I experienced on the microtech ramlock stitch. Speaking of other knives, let's do a quick couple of comparisons. Here it is against another piece of EDC royalty. This is the Spyderco PM2. As you can see, the PM2 is going to have a taller blade profile, and it is overall a bit longer. How about up against something more like the Demko 8020.5, which other people would actually consider to be EDC royalty as well? And guess what? They're both made in Taiwan. Was it the same manufacturer? I don't know. You tell me. Personally, I don't think that the Taiwanese manufacturer that Demko uses holds a candle to what I'm experiencing on this Quiet Carry 9, but I'll let you decide. And it's actually very similar in overall length. Blade profile is actually going to be a tiny bit wider. I almost said thicker. It's a tiny bit wider on the Quiet Carry 9, and it feels like a bigger knife overall. With all that being said, that's kind of where the similarities between a Demko and a Quiet Carry end. Quiet Carry has quietly started inserting themselves as de facto EDC royalty. I don't know if they can miss. I don't know if they can quite possibly make a bad knife. I have yet to hear anyone say anything negative about the knives coming out of this company. And with this being my first time reviewing and checking out one of their products, I'm starting to see why. I really think that this is one of the most impressive knives to come across my table all year long. And I know what you're thinking. Dude, these came out at the beginning of the year. What took you so long? And I gotta say, I intentionally saved some of the best for last. And I did that because I wanted it to be close. I wanted it to be interesting. And most of all, I wanted to see, after trying out so many good knives by the end of the year, is this worth the $335 price tag? Is it a contender for knife of the year? Is it EDC royalty? Yes, 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 and yes. Am I going to crown it right here, right now as knife of the year? Absolutely not. And that is because it is not the end of the year yet. When it is, we will crown a winner. We will see who made the knife of the year and what exactly that is. Right now, I can tell you that without a shadow of a doubt, this is some of the best fit and finish that I've encountered all year long. And that includes from companies like Riot. Let me know in the comment section down below, what other knives should I add to my contenders list that I haven't checked out yet before it's too late? We only get one shot to do this right for Knife of the Year 2023, and your input is important. Maybe I'll have a chance to get one. Maybe I'll have a chance to borrow one. Only time will tell. But one thing is for certain, I'm not done making awesome knife and EDC content. So if you want to watch more of that, make sure to click on one of the videos that pops up next.